means support Vaishnavi here in this project. Apart from that, what you can do, if you want to work on your own project, you can parallelly work on it. So somewhere if Vaishnavi require any support or something, she can ask from you. Okay, I think
Yes,
then
sir.
this would be fine.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, everyone will
Yes, sir.
will sit ideal. That should not be happen. So Vaishnavi, you work on it. Any support you require, you can ask. We are here to help you. And
Okay, sir.
everyone other start working on it parallelly
Okay,
on your own project, selected project.
Okay, sir.
Fine?
okay, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So Vaishnavi, you need to speak it out also that what step you are going to do, what next you are going to do. Okay, right, like that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've created the another folder in my books library system in which in package JSON I added a node server and node mon server JS, and now I'm creating my database in MySQL where I've created database book library, and now I'm creating a table inside the database. Okay. In table I'm giving two column, one of title and another one is for author. This status I'm giving to it that if my books are available or it's time for issue. So there are two status available or the book has been issued. And default I have set it as available. Now I've created table. The first table I have created for the books, and now I'm creating another table for the users that the user name in which the detailing user name will be entered. So here I've created the auto increment of primary key because every user have their different ID. So ID is given as primary key. So here I created a user table in which there's a ID and the name of the user. Okay. Now I'm creating one another table in which I will use the issued books record. So I have created another table of the issued book in which I have given it a ID, which having a primary key, different unique ID to it, and it's having a book ID, user ID, issued date, and return date to it. And now I am giving a reference of book ID to the book's ID where the book has been created. That ID reference I am going to give to it. So here I created that issue table in which I'm giving a reference of book ID from the book table, that is books tables ID, this ID, reference of book ID, and user's ID is from the user's table ID, not a user getting the ID, and this table I created. Sorry.
Guys, all of you also start working on your own project. Okay, I can ask anyone to show your screen.
Okay,
Fine.
sir.
Parallelly
Yes, sir.
start working on your project also. If Vaishnavi require any support, any help, or she has any query, she will ask to all. Otherwise, you all parallelly work on your project.
Okay, sir.
Fine. I can ask anyone to share your screen, please. And one more thing, if any one of you have any issue, any query, put in the chat. Uh, we will all address that query. Fine. It's a collaborative exercise, so we all have to work and support each other. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Please continue.
Okay, now my table has been created, issued table, issued book table. Because of I've written user instead of users, that's why my error was coming. Now I will make a connection my SQL with my VS, my I'm creating my .env file in which I'm giving the port number, database host, my DB host, DB user, DB password, and DB name. My DB host is my local host, so here I will go with local host. My root user is root. I've entered my password. Okay. And my DB name, which I've created on here itself only, that is book library. So here I'm putting it book library. Okay. This is my .env file. Now I will build my SQL connection in my connection.js file. So in this, I'm going to connect it with here. I've already installed my MySQL 2 and install save David nodemon, that's just for running, and I've installed express mysql 2.env file in my this. After that I'm working on it. Here I've given my SQL path that is MySQL 2 and using the my book library database. Sorry, I've entered something wrong. 1 second. So in here I'm connecting my connection to it. So here I'm using the host, user, password, and also my database. Okay, so the host I'm using is the host that I've used in my env file. So I will use that to host only. I'm using .env, .db, host, okay, I have used this .env config. So here I have to use process.env file. Process.env, and that host that I have used in .env file, that will work here like localhost. Similarly, I will do for user, password, and database. So this is I have done for to create my connection. Okay. Uh, Now next is for I will give the connection connect to So here I have given a connection.connect. If it show any error, then it will throw error. Otherwise, it will print connected to my SQL database. Now I have to just create my basic server.js for running it on a port 3000. Okay, here I'm using the books roots and user roots because I have created here root folder. In this, I will create one books and one user file in which .js will hold the books record and user.js will hold the users record. Okay, so I'm gonna create a book file in it. Created here to my book.js and user.js, and now here I will create one const book root which require I'm giving the path to it as a root slash books. And another const of user root require where the path is roots slash users .js. Okay. Now I'm using app.use Express.json. Okay, I've used this app.use express.json. This is a middleware parser JSON request bodies. Without this, we won't be able to access require.body for post or put request. Okay. After that, I'm using app use in which I'm doing slash books. Okay. Uh, Given reference to book groups. This I have used it all the roots defined inside the book.js, which file I've created book.js. All the roots which are given to it will be accessible with a prefix or books. Okay. Well, if we add or delete some book from this, so it will be easy to it. That's why we use app.use/books. And here app.use. Another is for users. User roots. The here which I have created a const and of you in user roots and book roots that I've used here, which are requiring book.js and user.js. Okay, now I will give now I'm giving this const code to process dot env dot code code. Okay, and now I will use app.listen.
Yes, Vaishnavi, the screen is
What happened?
nothing. I think you asked. Sorry,
No,
nothing.
no, sorry for the background sound. Say nothing. So here we are using 3000 ports as simple. We have already used in here we have already insert that we are using the port 3000. So that I mentioned here process.env.port. Okay. Now I will go with app.listen. So this how I've created my server.js file, and now I think I should build my connection over it. So node server.js, and I got some error. 1 second. Okay, I've not given mine required for DB connection actually. That's why I'm showing some error. Yeah, required B. Okay, now okay, now let's try to run this. Okay, now I'm creating my books.js file because I'm giving root to the server. So that's why it's showing some error. Now inside the books.js, I will use my router get, router post, and router delete option, because books can be get, we can, if you want to show all the books, then we will use get option. If we want to add any book to it, then we will use router dot post option, and then otherwise we will if any book has been issued and not in our list, so we will use the delete option. So let's create it. Now moving forward, I will tell you that I have created the controller dot book controller dot js and user controller dot js, which will have a record of control book, how many books have issued, or how many users are at. That record will be saved on my book controller and user controller. So here on book.js, here I will use my book controller wire. I'm going to give the path over it, the path that is controllers and book controller inside it, which is this. I'm using this book controller. Now I'm using the sorry, router dot get. This is a get operation which I'm using for showing my get all the books which are present over the library. So book controller dot get all books. Okay, so here I will get the all books when I go to my get command, and if I will go to my router dot post, here I get slash argument, that is book controller dot add. So here I can add my books. The book which are added, that can be done. And for deleting the books, I will use routers dot delete, in which I have to give an ID for which book I am going to delete, because as we have used in a create table section, we have used given different ID to a different books. So I've given different ID to my different books. So here I will use IDs to delete the book. So ID, then my book controller dot delete book. Okay. Now I will use the module dot export is equal to router. Now we have used the book controller here, but we have hasn't created our book controller. So let's go inside the book controller and create our book controller. How we get these accesses from the book controller, the get, post, and delete. So here we will create the export of get all books, exports dot add book, and exports dot delete book. So here we will using the const db, which require db connections, which we have created a file db connection. Actually, this file inside the db, the connection.js, this is going to be required for it. And now let's do it. Exports get all books. This get all books we have used inside our book.js, get all books. So what is in it that we are going to create here? Okay. Here we will give our query to it. That is select query, which we have learned, asterisk for all from books. My screen and voice is clear now.
Yes, yes, Vaishnavi, you are going good.
Yes,
Okay,
Vaishnavi.
okay. Okay, so here I've created export.get all books. In this, it's run SQL of select from books to fetch all books in the library. Here I've used the select from books. Here we am getting the all the books present in the library will get visible here. If there's no error, then returns error with status 0, and if there is any error, then it returns the status 500, and if it's successful, then send back the full list of a book as a JSON. That's why I'm showing here result.json. Okay. And if any error is present in it, then it will return the status 500 and shows the error. This is how my get all book will help here when I will go to my get command. Okay. Next, I have to go with my post command, which I have given here. Router post book controller dot add books. So in this, I'm gonna same use export dot add book requires yes. Mhm. So here we are using title and author because as we created our table in MySQL and there we have used title and author. So here also we use a title and author for a post command in which if anyone is adding a book over it, so they will use title. They have to give their title and author of that book. Okay, that's why we have used title and author. So here we are giving a DB query to insert into books, title and author. The values, instead of giving a values, I'm putting here question mark because These question marks are the placeholder to the safely insert values and prevent SQL injections. So that's why I'm using this question marks. Giving the title and author over. Here error and so here I have given the DB query to insert the title and author's values, and if my book is added successfully, then it will give a message book added successfully. This is for the post command which I have been using here, router.post from the controller add book. So here's the controller and here's our add book for post. Now we will add for a delete option, and delete we have using the delete book. So here we will use exports dot delete books. So here we have created get ID from the URL parameter. That's why we are using here question mark also, so that the ID which we enter, that book will be get deleted, and our query is like that: delete from the book section where ID, what we will give to it, that's book ID. And if we have get successfully run it, then we will get the message book deleted successfully. Or if any error is going through, then it will show the status 500, and it will throw the error. This how we have created our book controller and book.js records. Ritesh, can you tell why I'm getting this error in it while running my Node server JS? Hello, Ritesh.
Actually, Ritesh has some unavoidable network conditions which he is facing, so he can't connect right now.
Okay, Vansh. Yeah, any other who can see the reason? Vishal, can you note this? Okay, Vansh. Anyone else? Okay, let me do chat GPT.
Vaishnavi, everything is going fine? Any issue or query?
Yes, yes, it's going fine, but I'm getting some error in it. I'm just fixing it. I've created some typo error that I'm fixing.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
I hope others also parallelly doing their own project at their end. Okay, Vaishnavi, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Okay, I got my error. I have given here the path of the users, but I have not inserted anything in my user folder. That's why I'm getting this. So firstly, I have to complete my user.js and user controller.js. So after that, I can build my connection to it. So let's do that. So I have to create here users.js. Here I will give my the two post sections because uh, the first post section is for issue and the another post section is for return. This I am doing because if I issue any book, if the user come and issued any book, then the user use the post of issue, and if the user come to return it, then I have to make another post of the return. So that will be as the user return, and after that I will create a router.get. For that, if the book is already issued, that will be shown in it. Okay, so let's create it. So here I'm using the user controller, which is this. I have used it here, created already the controllers, and in it is user controller.js. So we will require here to show it controller controllers. In that we will use user. So here I'm creating it for issue. So here is issue a book. So let's create it. The router dot post in this is we will get when the user come to issue the book. So here we will give issue section. It's just because he is come for issuing the book, and then user controller dot issue book. Okay. After that, another is for return a book. Router post. Here I'm giving it's a return. A user controller dot return book, and here it's done. And next is for view all issued book. View all issued book. So here we will use a get command because we have to show it. So router dot get. Here its name is issue. Okay, and user controller dot get issue issued book. issued books, and after that I've just simply module dot exports is equal to router. Okay. Now we have created our user.js, but we have given its post or two posts and one get. But now to access it, we will go to our user controller.js file, and here we will create it. What will come under it? So let's do const.db. This is for connecting it with connections. Require db connections. Okay. Uh, Now I'm just creating it my first issued book to the user. Then I will tell what I have done. Okay, we are issuing the book. So here we have to create a do with two steps. Firstly, firstly we have to make one changes that we have to update the book. We have to update the book status to the issued, and second we have to insert that into our issued table. As we have created here the issued table, issued table, this one. So we have to insert data over it. So here we have to do two changes: the update our books status, books status. Here we are doing the update the book status to issued. For that, we will use the SQL query of the update book set status is equal to issued, where ID is equal to, here we are giving question mark because we will insert the ID accordingly. Okay, so let's do it. So here I'm using that update book set status equal to issued, where ID is question mark. That is, there is a const update book status. And next the function which we have to perform in it is that insert into our issued book table that book, the book which has been issued, we have to insert into a book issued book table. Okay, so let's do it.
So Vaishnavi, how much we have covered? Till where we are?
Working on my So I'm working on my user controller, in which I'm having the data that user has issued the book, user written the book, or user already issued the book is already issued. That status I'm working.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So what we can do, it is an assignment for all. Uh, you all do it at your home, and tomorrow and day after tomorrow means Friday and Saturday there will be no session. So you will get a time to complete this assignment. So do it, and
Okay, sir.
you need to submit it by Monday. So we will connect on Monday.
Okay,
Fine.
sir.
In
Okay, sir.
case in case you are facing an issue, something, either you can put in the group chat. So uh, we can address that if anyone has an issue. So I want to from everyone to complete this assignment uh, by Sunday, and on Monday you need to submit it. Okay? Is
So
it
the
fine
session will
with
held on
all? Next session will be held on Monday.
okay, sir.
Friday,
Okay, sir.
Saturday is there will be no session. Okay, so actually there is some important delegations are coming, foreign delegations are coming, so that is the reason we have to postpone this session. So we will meet on Monday. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
so
Okay,
in
sir.
case any issue, discuss, mention it, put the query in the WhatsApp group, so we can address it. Fine. So we are good now. We can wrap up this call here.
Okay,
So
sir.
Okay,
take care. Bye. Have a happy
okay.
learning.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.